it's got some power for sure. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Pedro. Here we are on board a 2014 650i Grand Coupe with almost 100,000 miles. I'm kind of eager to see how this 6 Series, obviously a luxury performance sedan, has weathered throughout this almost 100,000 miles. It does have its wear and tear, but we are going to give it a quick drive, quick review on it, and see how this girl behaves and how it is. So as you can see, guys, well, 95,671 miles on this 650. It's probably the highest one I've seen so far in mileage. This is obviously an older, obviously newer, but with almost an 8-year-old car. Let's take a quick round of this BMW. So as you can see, guys, here we have this one in Alpine White, same as the M4 I drove before. Let's take a quick look at what's powering this BMW 650i. All right, guys, so here we have 4.4 liter twin turbocharged V8 producing 450 horsepower, 480 pound-feet of torque at about 2,000 RPM, 96,000 miles on this engine, which just doesn't look too bad. Fairly clean engine. Can't tell that it's got a little bit of different sound, but it's not bad. Obviously, kind of curious to see how this 650 series has weathered through all these miles. This one obviously has been driven quite a bit, so this has obviously made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission, driving the rear wheel. So all right, guys, let's go ahead and shut this foot down. And there we go. All right, guys, so checking out this beautiful 4-door coupe. Really nice, still beautiful design. I mean, I believe it's still, obviously the when I drove the 2021 haven't changed a lot in terms of design, but you still got, this beautiful grille. Of course, it's got the aluminum grille. Of course, you got the daytime running lights. Of course, this headlights need a bit of polishing, but of course, obviously being almost 100,000 miles, this one's been through quite a bit, but still not bad looking. Obviously, still a beautiful car. You got your 20-inch wheels wrapped around some Goodyear F1 all-season Eagles. Really nice. Of course, you got the sunroof, which I opened up the trunk, so not bad of a space. As you can see here, you have really nothing on the bottom except some of course your battery, but it's kind of a smallish trunk compared to this coupe. It's not exactly but you can fit a couple of nice cases here for a weekend getaway with 4 people. Obviously, I don't think it's got a lot. Just try to squeeze in here, guys. Crap up. Nope. Yeah, it's a little bit tight, but you have a button here, as you can see, and we can squeeze and get that. BMW thought of that, of course, and we can definitely have a little more room here. So as you can see, guys, here in the bottom, in the back, we got some nice leather. It's a black leather car. Obviously, we got some white stitching here. We got some AC outlets, which is AC is working really well. So we got basically a 3-zone AC, because you got dual zone up front, and we got your 3rd zone back here for this AC. Of course, you control here what temperature you have, fans and everything, and we do have heated seats here in the back as well. So you see the heated seats in the back. Obviously, expect this kind of modernness and amenities from this is probably close to $100,000 back then, even in 2014, or very close to it. So, but it's very nice. Obviously, you got a bit of wood trim here. All your window controls, your part of a speaker, got a soft touch here for the door panels and everything, and it's got a little white stitching here as well, guys. So over here we have a center armrest. So as you can see here, got something here, and the cup holders gonna extend this way. Interesting design from BMW back then. So but it's not that bad. I mean, in terms of size, I'm a 5'11". Even though that I put the seat up a little bit, I think there's plenty of room for the front passenger, and it's got plenty of headroom. I mean, we're a little bit short. As you can see, we got some lights here, as you can see. You can turn off and on. So in this car, kind of swivel, you can see that's pretty cool. You can swivel those back and forth here. It's sort of like an airplane type of light here, where you can switch it around and swing it around. So that's really nice. Very nice interior detail for that. And of course, here we got that cockpit interior here of this 650. Really nice interior. Obviously, we got the old iDrive, but still, obviously, we want to get to see how this car drives. So all right, let's get out front. This tight back there. And as you can see, I didn't show the detail here. We will have the Grand Coupe logo here, the little plaque here, and obviously it goes in the back of the wheel, as you can, because when it closes, you can see that Grand Coupe, but it's in the back. So very interesting detail there from BMW. So coming up here to the front, of course, real quick, we got some, of course, of the wood trim, all your controls for windows and mirrors, speaker. You got usually about a 10-way power seat up front with heat and everything. I've seen you got some of your memory controls here. You got the M badge here as well, which is really nice. And all right, let's get it back in here and into this cockpit of this Beamer. So guys, coming in here of this 2014, so it's got some wear and tear. Let's go ahead and see if we can hear this engine. Oh yeah. Oh crap, it's smoking quite a bit. Oh boy. Well, we'll see how this does. All right, let's close the door of this Beamer. So that tells you all there right there that this is, yeah, this is gonna need something, but we'll see how it goes a little bit, guys, if it's smoking or not. Inside the cockpit here, I mean, it's a nice place. I mean, it's still modern by today's standards. Obviously, you got a digital readout here at front, but the sort of analog gauges here. Of course, you got your about an 8-inch or 9-inch iDrive screen here. We have, of course, your radio, everything here. Of course, you got your 8-speed automatic transmission, CF. You got iDrive mode here. This is funny how you got your, basically to put your cigarette here. It's got a smoker's package most likely. These are a cup holders here where you can just close this up. And of course, you got some sort of walnut, it's really nice wood trim. Don't know if it's real wood, probably is at this price point. Of course, you got the dual zone AC up here, as you can see, still with the orange kind of lettering that BMW is famous for. And up here, of course, you got the sunroof. It does stand back just about, just like it's a regular sunroof. It kind of extends up and goes out. Of course, here you got some lights, SOS, and of course here you got the lights for the front. And instrumentation, which of course you got paddles here, and you know, obviously you got all kinds of sort of driver assist as well. Got your mirror, you got your lights here and everything. So pretty much the stock basic BMW that you can see here. So of course you got some wear and tear on the steering wheel, which is kind of normal for this type of thing. I'm surprised anyway this stuff has gone. So this is kind of a thin steering wheel. They don't have all that accents or that kind of what do you call it, thing. This is pretty nice for being almost 100,000 miles and about 8 years old. Of course, here the AC vent went to hell here. As you can see, that got crushed somehow, which could be just aware that it depends how people treat the car. But I still love the design of this dash. It's really nice, soft touch and all that. You know, it's got really nice stitching here, the white stitching with contrast kind of coloring. So, and the dash is really nice as well. So all right, guys, let's go ahead and take it out for a quick spin and see how this, see how much of the 450 horsepower are still being kept. Let's see, let me get my seatbelt here. All right, guys, let's go ahead and go out and test drive this. So here we got this kind of weird setup from BMW. Obviously, you gotta press it here, unlock it, go back so we can be on drive. And let's go see how this almost 96,000 mile, and I see some smoke coming out of the tail light. Obviously, this needs probably some valve cleaning and valve, some basically the adjustment of somehow. So, but I'm surprised to see a BMW, a twin turbo V8, which, you know, this is a great engine still, but this is the engine that's, you know, is exactly not the best V8 BMW built. Obviously, they had a lot of issues with fuel pumps and water pumps with this thing, but this is still kind of surviving. I guess I just maintained this one. We don't know what's the maintenance on this one, but we'll check it out, guys, and see how this drives and see how this transmission feels. So still very smooth. Obviously, the CF is pretty much a great transmission. We're just gonna leave it probably in regular drive. I'm not gonna push this girl. So, and see how this 650 does. So 450 horsepower, 480 pound-feet of torque. Yeah, this thing still takes off pretty quick, to be honest. So very smooth transmission, and the power is a lot of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this, guys, here. Alright, so you see we're here driving the 650. It feels great. I mean, it feels planted. Obviously, it does feel like a big coupe. It is. You can definitely feel the weight This is no M4 or M3. But so we have 96,000 miles, so not really much of a rattle, just a slight bit of a tick here somewhere from the steering wheel, but still the power feels great. The brakes obviously depends, but yeah, they don't feel too bad. Feels like this, they feel different, like different pads, because but see the torque, see those pulls. Yeah, this is quite, it's got some power still for sure. So it's a great power plant if you keep it up. Obviously, you know, this is not an easy power plant to maintain, but you have a lot of power, and definitely feels great. I you know, power in this thing, so feels very good. So yeah, the handling, obviously, yeah, you can tell this is weight. It's got some weight to it, but it feels, I mean, it feels comfortable for sure. This feels a lot more comfortable than the Jeep Compass I just got out of. Obviously this has got a little longer wheelbase, and there's that thing's vibrating. I'm out of my lane, so yeah, it's got the as you can see, we got all that. Let's turn off all that stuff. We got no stability systems or any sensors monitoring our drive, so yeah, it's not bad at all. The brakes tend that, I think this have this has some sort of different pads, which I'm not a fan of, but we'll go ahead and go. All right, guys. Yeah, this is very quick car. As you can tell, this thing picks up speed very easily. Let's see if we can. Yeah, there we go. There we got some manual control. It's still a very good driving car. Just getting a little bit used to this one here, but it feels good. I mean, it's not a huge car, but you can feel the weight of it, so for sure. But I enjoy it. I like it. Still feels like a BMW. We're in 7th gear, 6th. We're in 5. So it's got, yeah, the emissions responds pretty well to downshift. So not much of a experience of auto. Let's see if we can do some sport. We're in sport, and so sport plus. So all right, guys, so oh yeah, we got some more response. Absolutely, guys. So we switched to sport mode. We were in normal, so we'll see how this responds. And yeah, it feels very good though. Still feels very responsive. The brake pads, I mean, they don't feel too bad. You have to press hard on it, but the brake pad definitely feels different. Does not stop for sure. Oh yeah, this has got some power. Yeah, it was a little weighty, but look at this power, guys. Very responsive motor, and this thing hauls. I'm sure we gotta be careful with that cop that usually sits up here. So no cop there today, but man, this thing feels very quick, guys. Feels very quick. Still, it's feels fun to drive for sure. And not exactly nimble by any means. This is a heavy coupe, but the power, that power is intoxicating. It does feel fantastic, to be honest. Excellent car. I mean, it is a great car to drive, no sure. And it's quiet. The tires are doing a great job. There's no wind noise, there's no tire noise. The suspension is a little stiff for sure, but it still feels very good though. It feels excellent. Wow. Obviously, when I drove the 2021, this is not as loud, but still drives very well. And you can hear the V8. Definitely sounds fantastic though, to be honest. So wow, it's a good car. All right, nobody coming, so all right, guys, let's get it a little bit. Yeah, this has got some power for sure. This just gets up quickly up there. Not even really on full throttle. I'm basically like 35-40% of it. Wow. Yes. Yeah. This thing is still, you know, feels great. This power plant, and this I don't really feel this is any low in power for sure. So this just responds very well. The handle is not bad, but man, the car feels very good. Wow, very impressive. Obviously the power plant, I mean, with a little bit of smoke, it must need a little bit of just cleaning and stuff, but it still feels I feel all 450 horsepower is still there. Excellent torque, fantastic torque at 2000 RPM, so this thing just takes off. 7-speed, the 7-speed DT, the 7-speed automatic feels fantastic. It's very responsive, much more than I really thought. So of course, all the amenities. This car, I mean, obviously this is worn out, 96,000 miles. This is kind of rare to see in a BMW, this kind of caliper. Usually you see these things with a lot less miles. Let's check out the reverse camera. And looks like the reverse camera is not working. Yeah, I see the 360 degrees, but the camera is not working. Yep, camera's not working. Yeah, it's got a problem with the camera system, but yeah, that's not working. So I can expect they're gonna get that fixed, but you do have a 360-degree camera. As you can see, some of these on this side are working in the rear, but yeah, some of them are not working at all. Of course, you got the stereo system. Doesn't sound too bad. That's not bad at all. Of course, the iDrive is still pretty old. Not the new ones. This is not a touchscreen at all. Basically, you got to go through the iDrive menu here, and you got to drive it through all the controls here. So not the greatest thing, but the instrumentation feels great. See, as you can see, we're in sport. Lots of different. This is not a digital screen. Basically, the interiors are digital, which you can change to different maneuvers that you can set up. We can go to sport. We can go to comfort. We got comfort plus, eco sport if you want to save some gas, which turns blue, as you can see. So I don't know, it depends what you want to do, but even after 100,000 miles, obviously the wear and tear inside depends how people maintain them, how they care for their cars. Obviously this has got some wear in the steering wheel, and of course this is gone. But exterior wise, yeah, it just needs, you know, after be driven, you have to get it detailed and put some polish on those headlights. But it's still not bad. There's no rattles. I didn't hear anything at all. Engine still feels fantastic. Of course, you gotta maintain that. You gotta definitely be on top of that maintenance. And this engine, yeah, these are not the best B8s BMW has built. I think the new ones are much more reliable. But CF 7-speed feels great. Everything on the AC still works fantastically. It's very roomy. You got lots of things here, mirrors and all that. So all right, I guess let me know what you guys think of this 850. Excuse me, 850, a 650. It's a beautiful car. Yeah, this type of car will require maintenance. Fantastic power, very addictive, but yeah, you're gonna have to have some good pockets, but it's still a great car. I mean, if you love this type of styling and power and you got the dough to play, definitely it's worth it. So all right guys, thank you very much for watching. You guys have a fantastic afternoon or evening or morning, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.